Hey everybody, this is Skeet.
It's Mosh and Mikey over here.
Got some Moshmen Minutes for you this week.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, right off the bat, news I saw this week. On a sad note, I had Judas Priest announce that Les Binks, their former drummer, I think on a Stained Class album.
He did two albums, yeah.
Did he?
One right
Okay.
there in State Class, I think one right before that.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, they made the announcement that Les Binks passed away.
yeah, I mean, he was early on, of course, was inducted into the Hall of Fame with him, did show up for that, so
Okay.
must be in decent standing with the guys. So that's a sad thing to do, but I mean, or sad thing to hear, but hopefully he's better place. That's all you
Yeah.
can say for that.
And then the only other thing I've got, Mikey, was I saw that Halloween made an announcement that they were going to be dropping an album called Monsters and Giants real soon. So, everybody, if you're a big Halloween fan,
Yeah.
they've got some material coming. So, that's good to hear in 2025.
Yeah, I'm not a big Halloween guy, but I know a lot of people that are. So yeah, that'd be interesting for them. Anytime you get bands from back then putting out new music, I say try to at least give it a shot, give it a listen. So it'll be the one to watch for sure.
We'll have to give her a listen, maybe a short review.
Yeah, maybe if it depends on. I mean, when it comes out, I hope I can catch it because I'm usually got a million things happening. It seems
Yeah,
like in the music world. So if you catch it, hopefully I will catch enough of it to review it. So I'll
nice.
have to keep a radar out for it.
All right, Mikey, I'm going to put it over to you. You've got some other news items for this week.
Yeah. I mean, this one maybe a touch older than Les Binks, but another drummer by the name of Clem Burke was the drummer for Blondie.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, passed away. He was 70 years old. Um, Sad to hear. Blondie was, one of them bands that under the radar, but was always solid for me. And if I remember some of their songs, he had some pretty decent hi hat work going on. So yeah, it's sad to hear. And unfortunately, this isn't as bad as death or anything, but there's some other drummer news this week. It was like a lot of drummer related stuff. First one I got is that Zach Starkey, who has been the drummer for The Who for 29 years, got fired the other night after they did some shows at the Royal Albert Hall over there.
wow.
I guess the complaint was he played too loud. It's like I just can't. I don't get that one. There's got to be more to it. Apparently, the information I read, this was off Metal Injection, just so you know where I'm getting my info here. Daltrey was complaining that he needed to hear the key on a certain song, and he couldn't hear it. All he heard was boom, boom, boom of the drum. And you say, okay, when was he saying all this? He said it in the middle of a show. So yeah,
Oh,
me
wow.
as a person I am, I would have flipped out on him because you're bringing attention to me in the middle of a show for playing how he played for 29 years. Could have been the sound guy's fault. How do we know? But yeah, I just kind of, that Starkey took it in pretty good stride. He basically said, I had the same gig for 29 years. I appreciate them. I hope they go on forever. His Keith Moon was his godfather,
Oh,
so he kind of
wow.
filled in for Keith Moon, and he does have another project. He does, but basically he summed it up the best. He said, "29 years at any job is a good run. I wish them the best."
Yeah.
So I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
a shame.
Me personally, dude, it sounds like a dick move. It sounds like a dick move by the Who. I'll just be honest because the guy couldn't have been playing any harder than he's played for 29 years. Maybe it was just a bad mix. Why you blame that on the guy? I don't know. We're
Keith
moving
Moon
along.
wasn't exactly the
Yeah,
lightest touch on a fucking drum set.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know what Daltrey. Maybe there's more to the story. This was his point of view. Maybe Daltrey's side will say something else. Who knows?
Yeah.
But there was more drummer news this week. A Killer's Confession drummer in mid tour just up and quit. Yeah, so they filled him in with ex Mushroom Head drummer Daniel Fox. Daniel Fox being in Mushroom Head is pretty convenient because Waylon, who's the singer of Killing Confession, was the singer for Mushroom Head. They got another member that's ex Mushroom Head. So I think he'll fit in just fine. It was just very strange
Yeah.
how that all kind of seemed to go out. So, yeah, for whatever reason, he left the band mid tour, which kind of
Wow.
sucks. And another band that I've heard of a million times, haven't heard a lot of this music, but it's a band called Aborted. It's like death metal. 15 years they had the same drummer, no more. They parted ways with him. Effective immediately, which makes it sound like it wasn't under good circumstances. So,
Okay.
yeah, the Aborted, for people that know Aborted, their drummer, Ken Bendine, he is no longer with them.
Huh.
So, yeah, kind of strange. Moving off the drummers, we go to a guitar player. Kublai Khan, Texas guitar player, can no longer play the stuff he writes live. So he's decided after 13 years to walk away, which sucks.
Wow.
He had an injury, had a surgery. Uh, if I got it written down here, I'm not sure exactly what it was. Oh, disc replacement back surgery in 2023. Ever since then, he hasn't gained the strength, he said. He just feels like it's hurting the band trying to play them, and it's 13 years and has to call it quits. Which, yeah,
Wow.
getting older sucks, but when you have an injury like that, it's like makes it even kind of tougher for me if it was in my shoes. But
Yeah.
uh, we talked a few weeks ago about the Butcher Babies. We were talking, I forget which episode we were on, but and we found you told me that Carla Harvey had quit the band or left the band.
Yeah.
So I was interested. I said, I'm interested to see what she's doing. I finally found out what she's doing, and it just came out this week. She has a new project called The Violent, like Violent Hour, and it
Okay.
has a new song. New song coming off of that was called Sick Ones. And I listened to it on Spotify. It's solid. It has Charlie Benante
Oh wow.
and John Five on this.
Oh
Uh,
really?
yeah, Carla shared her writing credits with Charlie on it. Her fiance,
Yeah.
Charlie Benante. So yeah, and John Five does the solo.
Okay.
And I was reading about it as I was listening to it. I thought, oh man, that's pretty cool. It goes down here. She said, the words became my mantra over the last couple of years and felt perfect to chant over Charlie's guitar part. So Charlie's playing guitar on this one. So
Nice.
kind of cool. I listened to it. Like I said, it's just the one song on the internet right now. John Five solos like shredding through,
Yeah.
but it's John Five. Interesting. And I'll kind of try to listen to when the whole album comes out. But it sounds like this is a joint venture with her and Charlie, and it's like could be some interesting guest appearances of people. You never know. John Five to start. Maybe it's going to be so and such from then on. So kind of cool, kind of different. So that's Butcher Baby news, Carla Hart. So
Nice.
I only got a couple more small things, and we'll get out of here. We don't get political on this show at all, so I don't want anybody to think that. Uh, it, Sometimes I get political elsewhere, but but Green Day changed some words of their song at Coachella. that upset Mr. Draymond from Disturbed, and he openly asked for a sit-down talk, debate, whatever you want to talk about, with Billy Joe Armstrong. So Billy Joe, as we know, he's on one side of the fence. He changed the words in Jesus of Suburbia from running away and being victimized to running away like the pain from pain like the kids in Palestine.
Oh,
David Draymond didn't like that. Dave Draymond, as we know, staunch Israeli supporter,
fuck.
and even signed some bombs over there. That's how far Dave Draymond is. So those two are they're having a little tiff right now. We'll see if anything develops. If you're into politics at all and you like to hear what they discuss, I would sit on it just to hear it. But yeah, I'm just saying, just throwing it out.
Yeah.
And the last thing is a personal little thing for me. We talked about stick bands a long while back, and one of my favorites to watch and goof on was a band called Gutalax, who dress up in hazmat little white suits with gas masks. Their singer does nothing but make oinking noises, but the music's cool. The vibe of it's very cool. So yeah, it's a fun thing to watch and listen to for shits and giggles. There's now a tribute band for them called Girl Talax. It's the same white suits, the same oinking noises, but it's four young girls doing it. Start them young, man. Let them have fun. And yeah, just if you want to look it up, Girl Talax.
Girl to lax.
I I think it's. Yeah, I heard the short video and it was pretty cool. It's just funny,
Yeah.
kind of fun, lighthearted thing. So you need a fun and lightheartedness in the world of death and political discussions and people getting fired and quitting, and
Yeah.
once in a while, just a nice wholesome grunting and groaning. It just might. Girl Talax. I'm telling you. Pretty cool.
oh,
Check out the
oh,
new Carla Harvey, The Violent Hour with Charlie and John Five, called Sick Ones. Go check that on Spotify for our little listen to this kind of thing this
there
time.
you go. All right, Mikey. I think that's the news we've got for this week.
Yep, that'll work.
All right. This is Skeet.
It's Mikey.
See ya.
See you later.